So major bombshell dropped. So less than 24 hours on the latest WWE SmackDown, we got a major announcement, and we'll get into it. Or not a major announcement, but more of a major reveal. So we'll get into it. But I did want to go ahead and just kind of give my overall opinion and my, more of a discussion on what I think and how I feel about the current decision. So just to give some context, if for those of you that saw Raw, we kind of saw Seth Rollins basically try to persuade Cody Rhodes to go after his belt. As we all know, if you don't already know, Cody Rhodes is our 2024 Royal Rumble winner back to back. He's done what Stone Cold Steve Austin did over 20 years ago. Great. Cody is awesome. He's the greatest face currently in the WWE, if you ask me. And rightfully so, I think it was well earned. I was actually really happy. I didn't think they were going to do it. Being real with y'all, I didn't think Cody was going to win the Rumble. But when I ended up noticing it at the end, when they kept referencing, Austin's record and all that good stuff, I was like, wow, no, you know what? They're going to give it to Cody. I was actually happy. Now, earlier before the Rumble, I had a lot of discussions on this channel and even, with some of my friends. And I was kind of telling them this is kind of a weird predicament because it leaves Cody kind of in a weird situation because you had, before the CM Punk injury, you had CM Punk there, you had Roman Reigns there, you had the potential of The Rock, which we'll get into it, and then you had, Seth Rollins' belt. Now, I think, in my opinion, the best thing would have probably been you get your CM Punk and Rollins match because that could have main evented night one. And I'll be honest, I don't think Punk would have even won unless, they had other plans. But even then, the winner wouldn't have even mattered in that match, right? Just getting the winner, or I'm sorry, just getting that match is what would have been great. And then you could have potentially had, Cody with Roman, right? But here was the issue, right? Here was always the issue. And I've been saying this since the beginning. The issue is that we know Roman Reigns is not going to lose, right? I mean, hey, I don't have any inside source. I don't have anything. This is just me talking, right? We're all here to have fun. But the reality is, I don't think Roman's losing at WrestleMania. They keep insisting with the whole Hulk Hogan record. They just insist on it. So I think they really want Roman Reigns to pass that, which would mean Roman Reigns winning another WrestleMania. Now, who knows? They could always give you that surprise. It's been done before. Not often, but it's been done before. Hey, you never know. Now, my issue with Seth Rollins and Cody is, well, one, the match has already happened. And two, it goes against Cody's character. It just does. If you wanted to go in this angle, then you would have had Cody not win the Rumble, unfortunately, because then there could have been some different ways that the feud happens. But I said it since Monday happened. And my buddy that I was speaking to in regards to this was all excited. I was like, yeah, because he's not a big CM Punk fan. I like him. I'm not going to say he's like my top 5 or anything, but I like CM Punk. I think it would have been a good match to see him and Rollins. It's unfortunate that, he tore his tricep. Wish for him a speedy recovery. I don't wish harm on anyone. I hope everything goes through, and I hope we see him back soon or whenever he's ready. But the minute they pitched that whole Cody and Seth, I right away started telling him that's an issue already because that goes against all of Cody's character. That's not Cody's character. Cody doesn't just drop and say, you know what? Yeah, I already tried Roman. Didn't go so well. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. World heavyweight champion, here I come. And another thing, it goes against his story because it's like, okay, he's gonna win the world heavyweight. And I'll be honest, Cody's gonna more than likely beat Seth if that is the route they're going, which it looks 99% like they are. Cody's gonna look good with that belt. Like, dude, he's gonna look great with that world heavyweight. But it goes against his character, it goes against his story. You know, the lineage of the belt is the one Roman has. The WWE championship, which used to be, the WWF championship. That's what he wants, right? That's the one that he had said, part of the story so that he can, give it to his dad and all that good stuff. That's the one he really needs, right, for the story. Again, the story doesn't have to end, this year. I get it. It can drag on. I just don't think I'm not a fan of that match. Now, the minute that happened on Raw, I was already like, well, I don't think Cody's gonna, go with Seth. I think he's gonna, tell him, hey, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. This is something I have to do. So then yesterday when I was watching SmackDown, I'm like, oh wow, Cody's gonna give his announcement. And that's when I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, more than likely he's gonna go for Roman. Which again, I got excited because there is no way they would do that to Cody. I was like, dude, there's no way they're gonna have him win 2 Rumbles and then he loses to Roman twice. You know what I'm saying? They just not gonna do that. So that's when I got excited and I was like, wow, they're actually gonna potentially have Roman lose the belt. Wow, great. That's not what happened. Oh, Cody comes out, says a nice little speech because he's a great. And he's not only a great in-work performer, but he's great on the mic too, in my opinion. I think Cody is like the best of both worlds. And he starts giving a little promo, his little speech, his little vignette, and basically he tells Roman, you know what, you're next, but you're not next. I'll get you next time. Then we have The Rock come out, and look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am saying this 100% unbiased, and you know why? Because you can ask anyone in my real circle. The Rock is my favorite wrestler of all time. I started in the Attitude Era. I started watching in 1997. The Rock has always will be my favorite wrestling character of all time. Doesn't matter what he does today. I love his work from back then. I literally stopped watching wrestling when I was younger because The Rock left. And obviously I would come back to it later, but so I say that I'm biased. I don't like what they did. I think it was a mistake. I think it completely shattered Cody's character. Cody's character is not that kind of character. Cody's that workhorse. Cody's that face, the ultimate face. He does what needs to be done. He doesn't give up. He keeps coming back. He doesn't finish until it's finished. They've been building it up here and there they didn't build it up too much, within 2023. There was a couple little segments here and there where Cody faced off Roman when he was leaving and, things like that. But regardless, it was being built up, right? And then you have Cody win the Rumble. So you just know, right? Ultimate build up. No. So, The Rock comes out looking great and basically stares down Roman. And, well, there you go. More than likely, it's going to be now officially 110% guaranteed The Rock versus Roman, which great match. But I just don't think it's the right call. Given that you had Cody win the Royal Rumble, it just doesn't make sense. Like, oh, yeah, um, we fought already. I'll get you next time. I'm going to go against Seth. And again, he's going to win against Seth. There's just no way Cody's going to get two losses back to back. So Cody's winning. Cody's going to be your new world heavyweight champion, which again, there's nothing wrong with that belt. I think Cody might actually elevate it because even though, Seth had a good speech on Monday saying that, it's the ultimate belt because it's the one that gets defended. I'm sorry, but no, no. Roman's is the desired title. Roman's is the one, all the smack talk that Roman gets that he never defends his belt, and complaining. Guess what, guys? That's what makes that belt so harder to obtain, right? It's like for those of you that like Pokemon, it's like a rare Pokemon, right? That pops up. It's like playing Crystal and the 3 dogs appear. You got to be ready, because if not, you're gonna lose your shot and game over, right? So it's kind of like that. I mean, am I a fan of that? No. I would like to see Roman Reigns fight more often, but I'm just telling you, the reality is that Roman Reigns' belt is still the more desired belt, and that's just the bottom line, because I said so. But in all seriousness, I think it's a mistake. I wanted to rant a little bit about it. Again, this is me coming from a completely unbiased position. The Rock is my favorite wrestler of all time, always has been, always will be. So I'm kind of just, telling you that from that perspective because I like The Rock, like I said. I think when I was a kid, and I saw his stuff or teenager or whatever, he was always my favorite. I literally stopped watching wrestling when he left after Hollywood Rock. I was like, oh man, I'm out. And then I came back years later. Um, and now I've been watching wrestling, consistently like the last 3-4 years, and it's been good. Triple H's booking has been great. I would argue that this is kind of one of the the more mixed booking decisions that I've seen in a while. It even feels like a Vince McMahon kind of booking, to be honest. But I just I'm still looking forward to Mania because I mean the Rock and Roman is still good. It's still a good little dream match that we've been wanting, and who knows? In 10 years, we might be looking back at it and be like, you know what? It's a good thing we got that match. Versus kind of looking back and like, would have been great to have that match. No, So who knows? But those are my thoughts. Again, just wanted to come in and rant a little bit. I'm not a fan of this booking decision. I've been saying it since Monday. If they go with this route and they go Cody and Seth, then it's gonna do damage to Cody's character because that is just not Cody and who Cody's character is. You know, and I think the way they went about it was even worse. You know, Cody coming out and then kind of just because when The Rock comes out, he just kind of leaves, and it's just like, yeah, that's just doesn't that's not Cody's character. But hey, those are my thoughts. Just wanted to again get up here and discuss that. Curious to see what you guys have to say. Either way, it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. But be sure to comment what you think is going to happen. Hopefully, there is a change, and hopefully, there ends up being a different angle that WWE decides to go through. But other than that, thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.